relevant again. Let's get started with your host, Todd Woodson.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Bring Back Soul Music Podcast. Again, I'm your host, Todd Woodson. The goal of this podcast is to make soul music relevant again. We realize there are some great artists out there putting out some awesome music and yet don't get the attention or airplay they deserve. In our opinion, soul music is one of the greatest genres of music ever, and it's our goal to bring it back one band, one group, one singer at a time. Now let's get started. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Bring Back Soul Music Podcast. Again, I'm your host, Todd Woodson. We're on location here in the Bay Area.
Where at, man? Come on.
You're going to have to let me get it out, bro.
Yeah, in the Bay Area.
You have to let me get it out. In the Bay Area, I'm in Oakland.
That's right.
In Oakland, California, with my cousin Malik Smith. Having a good time. My guest today is an artist who has an upcoming album release party in my hometown of Vallejo, California.
Oh, you from the V?
I'm from the V.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What?
That's what's up.
Yeah.
How y'all doing?
Her name is Blayze.
Hello. Blayze on the mic. What's up?
There you go. What's up, girl?
How you doing, Miss Blayze?
sister-in-law?
I'm good.
Good. For those who don't know Blayze, tell us about yourself. Let's get right into it.
Oh, man, you know, old people, we be talking too much, so let me try to think of an
Cut it
abbreviated version. I am an avid Bay Area artist. I was not born here, but definitely raised. I claim Richmond first. That's where I grew up and went to school. Got to get love to my folks out there.
Go.
But, you know, my second family and home is definitely Oakland and the Bay Area as a whole. You know, we a melting pot here, so it's all good. I don't do that turf shit.
Nah, we too grown for that anyway.
Exactly. You know, just doing my thing. Started as a writer. Didn't really even have an intention of being a performing artist. But, you know, the universe had other plans, so here I am.
All right. So you said you're not originally from the Bay Area. Where are you from?
I was born in Ohio.
Ohio. What part?
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
So I got to fight with the fam about the Cavs and, you know, the Warriors and all of that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
We got y'all last time.
Yeah, I know. I get it every time.
Do you go back?
Yeah, I went back last year before my grandmother passed.
Okay.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. But most of my family is still out there, so definitely.
Okay. So you're just not like a transplant that never goes back and don't
No.
Okay.
And I will admit there has been some years in between visiting and going back, but, you know, it's love. I keep in contact because, you know, that's just how it is sometimes.
Okay. All right.
So how did you get started in music? Was your family musical or?
No, you know, I was one of those kids. I was a nerd, so I like to write all the time. So I was one of them kids with the pause and the record button on the tape deck.
Right.
And I was like, you know, we can go back to Africa Bambaataa and Tommy Boy.
Ooh.
And it would be like, dang, like that. This just the flow style was like, they're like, those like poems. They like writing, like how they do that. So I would just sit and write out people's rhymes in its entirety in my notebooks and just study how the words look. How that work? Like I'm like,
you're a
wait
visual
minute.
person.
I am very visual, and,
Right.
and my hand muscle memory helps
Right.
me a lot. So I was like, okay. So that rhythm just kind of like jumped in there. You know, I've always been a poet, but I didn't know that I could mesh the two together and
Translate it
you could
into
be
a
an
song.
artist with this. So I was that kid. That's how I started. No one else in my family that I've had close ties with is musically inclined.
Okay. All
So
right.
you were a poet and you didn't know it.
Poet and didn't know it, bro.
Man, put that's a rhyme right there.
Yeah.
I should.
Poet and didn't know it.
I should copyright that.
Nah, because I'm mad. Oh, I didn't know it till I started to flow it. That's mine now. That's mine.
why you're the professional.
Nah. It's good.
So we mentioned that you have an album release party coming up the 29th of November.
Yes.
In Vallejo. Is this your first release?
No, this will be the first release for the second project. There was a lot of stuff that kind of just, you know, life happens in between from the first album to the second one. And when you're an independent artist, it's even that much more of a grind. It wasn't as simple as, somebody fronted me some dough and gave me some cash, and all I had to do was sit and write. No, I had a child to raise, a rent
Bills
to
to
pay,
pay, yeah.
and, an actual career. I worked 3 jobs. I got 2 degrees. It's like, what do you living and trying to do life and be an artist. So this is the second project, and it's the first release in a long time.
When was the first project?
I'll give it. It's been at least 10 years.
Oh, okay.
It's been at least 10 years. But
Wow.
in between that, though I haven't released a project in that long, from that point forward, I've been working with a live band, and we've done gigs with Yoshi's, the Redwoods, a lot of places where just performing and getting your chops out, making sure you blow the dust off of that, even though I didn't have a project to put out yet.
She's a Bay Area legend around here, man.
Okay.
When you talk about Sundays in the Redwoods, that's one of the bigger events that's been, put on through the city of Oakland for the last, 15 years or so, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and I think you've actually appeared on there probably a couple times.
Twice.
Right?
We did 08 and 09.
Okay. Yeah. So she's definitely known in the Bay Area.
Okay.
We try to get out there.
Nah, you've been
Put the
doing
house
it,
out
and,
there.
and she make it seem like when she said 10 years between projects, you know what I mean? Yeah,
But she
she's
ain't been
still
doing
working.
nothing.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, it's just been 10 years, Yeah, she's staying busy.
Because time be on crack, it just goes so fast.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. And me and Blayze have a little bit of a history, so that's why I can speak to the fact that she's been busy,
Yeah. This is my dude. This is the first dude that tried to do the video with me.
Oh, you want to speak on that?
No,
Go
blood.
ahead,
It was
speak
so
on it.
awkward.
Let's hear it.
Speak on it.
Well, he tried to be
No,
Romeo
hold on,
Casanova. He
hold
was
on.
like, you want to kiss me,
Hold
Blayze.
on.
I was like, dude, it's like sitting here with my brother, man. Get your lips over there, dude. And then the bird pooped on him.
Oh, no.
Hey,
I said, even
can I
the-
tell my version?
You
The
look
real
at what
version?
social
Your
media back
version?
then
Let me
was.
tell the real version. The real version. So she had a video shoot. You know what I mean? And we have a mutual friend and whatnot. And he was like, yeah, won't you help her out on the video and whatnot? I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. You know what I mean? So it calls for a little intimate scene. You know what I mean? So I said, I'm gonna go ahead and do that because I don't do that. You know what I mean? So I said, I'll go ahead and do that for you and give you your first on-screen kiss. You know what I mean?
See, he think he give me my first something,
Right. We always think we're the first, right?
Yeah. But no, I said the first on screen. You know what I mean? So, and then like she said, I got pooped on.
He showed it. That was it.
It
It
wasn't
was a
meant to
wrap
be.
after that.
It wasn't meant to be.
I said, boy, okay.
Like, that's okay. Bird was like, y'all fam, get up out of here with
Right.
that.
So yeah, we have a little bit
It
of
was
history.
fun though. We had a good time.
Okay.
It was fun.
So tell us about the new release.
Well, the new release is for an album called Definition of Hip Hop, and it's a concept we've been playing with for a while. But again, just trying to mesh all the right ideas and make sure that gumbo flavor was right. So.
Okay.
For me, how do you definition of hip hop? What it is for me, like I was just sharing with you guys, is it starts with whatever is that jump off point for yourself. I can't define it for anybody else but me. But if you have a chance to listen to some of the music, you might be able to hear some of the influences. I've had friends from the town be like, "Oh, we gonna call you God." You like that East Coast shit. I was like, I don't just like one particular coast of music.
Right.
If it speaks to me, then it speaks to me. I don't care where it's from. So you'll hear different type of influences from East Coast, West Coast, down South. But I'm a word person, so you'll definitely get that from me. And I like to make sure you can understand the words that are coming out of my mouth.
There you go.
So that's just something that I like to do. No shade on nobody or nothing else. That's just my style.
So who'd you work with on this album?
On this album, we kind of took to the face because the first album I did a lot of work with. We have an independent label, so there were a lot of other artists that we had, like Skolo. What's up, Sko? Showpac.
There you go.
Realism. Ruck, Fam, Cirque. Oh man, Lloyd Rich did a lot of production. It's just adding all of those flavors of people
That gumbo.
on the yeah. And this time it was kind of like it might have been the timing and just I don't know, just kind of maybe in my head a little too much. Like I gotta take most of this to the face. Gotta take it to the face. So there's not a lot of features. I don't even think I have any features when I think about it because I started to get more comfortable with doing both the lyrical and the vocalizing pieces of who I am as an artist.
Okay, so you mentioned that this project is 10 years after Project One. When did this project actually start, though? When did you start putting this one together?
From the day I was born, it's just a matter of timing.
So it's a compilation of your life.
Of period. I think every project I'm going to answer that same way.
Okay.
It's meant to be, and the timing is just right.
Okay, now why? You said the timing is right. Why now?
I guess without going into too much detail, it speaks more to, I mean, everybody goes through personal stuff. You know, you got to prioritize what's more important. Well, I can't do me as an artist if I can't take care of me on the everyday. So that became something I had to make a focus physically, and I will openly speak to the fact that I am a disabled artist. I don't care. Yes, anybody wants to know any details. Already, you know, Arthur. Y'all heard people say Arthur. Me and Arthur rolled real tight. Arthur was trying to stop a nigga, but it wasn't gonna happen. Okay. So after a couple of bounce, you know, with my boy, I was like, look, I'm gonna do this artist thing. Whether I'm crawling, limping, or skipping, or somebody got to push me up to that stage, we gonna get this done.
Okay.
So that's what took so long.
Persistence, dedication. That's what I'm hearing.
Yep.
And it was just time.
Exactly. There you go. It was final. It was time.
Let me ask you a question. So I know you I've been knowing you for quite a while now, and you know your main lane was hip hop. Mm-hmm. And I know you can sing also. Mm-hmm. Okay. So did you come with any R&B, so to speak, tracks on this thing?
Well, that's the kind of funny part. I really focused on the hip hop side of it because I think the first album we kind of married those two a little bit, kind of getting into it. But we are currently working on a neo soul project that's separate from the hip hop one. So we'll be releasing that shortly.
And the only reason why I bring that up is because you're on bringingbacksoulmusic.com. You know what I mean? And I know that you're very talented in that area, you know, as well. So that. You know, if we have to, we're gonna get you to actually put something together right here on this microphone.
I don't rap for free.
Get her some tea.
I don't sing for free.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't sing for free.
Okay, well,
you know, it's all.
We'll figure
actually, you know, I would encourage people to go to all the media and download outlets and listen to the product so that we can go ahead and make sure people are checking out the music. That would be best.
Well, actually, that's a great time to speak on it.
Right.
So you want to speak to that? Where can they find it?
Sure. So the album, if you're a hip hop head and you just want to hear some flow, you can go to Definition of Hip Hop. It is located at
Yeah, that's all right. That's okay. That's okay.
Because it's all of the downloads.
Yeah, see,
I'll be like,
you know, you should have brought your manager with you.
You know what?
Yeah, so you wouldn't have to do all this thinking.
Wait. If I brought my manager with me, I wouldn't be doing no talking. He's like Puffy in the video. You know, come on, dude. It's all good.
Yeah.
You could find it, like you said earlier, I think you asked me about Spotify.
Correct.
iTunes.
All the streaming networks.
All the streaming, anywhere you can stream or download the music. Yeah. Okay. So the second project is called Definition of Hip Hop, and the first one is Bringing the Heat. So you'll see two that are currently available.
Okay. All right.
I got my computer here, so I'm gonna try to look you up on Spotify.
Oh, look at you! All right.
Yeah. So now that we got that out and so forth, and you know you're looking forward to this next. Well, let's stick with this one now.
Okay.
Because although we're bringing back soul music, let's talk about the current project, and then we'll get into, you know, the neo soul down the road and whatnot. So, with the showcase, is that safe to say? Showcase your on November 29th. What are we calling it?
Oh, this is the release. It's a release event.
The release event.
It will be a Blayze experience. So we will take you through a creative version of the first project and then wrap it up with the new project.
Can I bring my mama?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Family?
Oh, yes. I mean, it's in a lounge, you know, but yeah, your mom is more than welcome to come, please.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you know.
So, I mean,
Blayze is sometimes for the kids and, you know, and my respectable elder folks. I won't be grabbing my crotch and cussing too much that night. I say that for another one.
Okay. All right. So it's kid friendly sometimes.
Yes. My kids are warned, so they know. Keep it 100.
Yeah. We don't want you to get raw up in here.
No. I'm be cool. Well, yeah, no, please invite. If you're in Vallejo, you're able to check it out on the 29th, please. It is family friendly, and I think you will enjoy yourself.
What are we looking to expect from you? Are you going to be up there solo? Do you have a band with you? What is that? You know, what do we? It'll
be a little different. I will have instruments backing me up. I call it a more
Or
watered.
will not?
We will.
Okay.
We will. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So we'll have the significant pieces.
Okay.
Some percussion and all that. It's almost a more organic version. So I know in the past we've done the full on band. It's big. It's boom boom. But we're kind of making it a little bit more intimate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look forward because I'll be there. I got my ticket.
Hey.
Actually, I got a few.
Okay. Right on.
And I got that call in the middle of the night.
You got deboed.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm like, man. I said, I'm paying for tickets now. He said, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what we do. I said, okay.
That's exactly what.
I'm like, when did I start paying for tickets? I'm like, oh yeah.
But see, it's all love. Because,
it's all love.
Because you said something real key. It's like everybody that's fam and folks like, oh, I'm paying for. If don't nobody pay for tickets, we don't get paid.
Exactly.
We cannot prove we ticket worthy. There's people respect things differently when you put a dollar sign attached to it.
Believe me,
I know you know.
Oh,
That's why I was like, I gotta speak to that real quick because I got those calls.
And I'm giving you a hard time because we gonna support the family. You know what I mean?
All day.
Because again, me and Todd talked about this earlier. In terms of how the money needs to circulate in our community.
Oh
you
man,
know what I mean? And it's not enough of that
at all.
So definitely, I encourage people to come on out. Take a look at Blayze and support this project. Yeah.
How do people get tickets?
Oh, Eventbrite.
Eventbrite, is that a website?
Yes, Eventbrite. Most people, I guess if they go out a lot, they can just use their phone app or eventbrite.com.
Okay, and how much are tickets?
They are $15 in advance and $20 at the door.
Okay. You guys taking EBT or anything like that?
See, I almost I don't know.
Man,
you might be able to slide.
Hey.
It's amazing where you could use EBT.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I saw a Quinceañera store and it said we take EBT. I was like, to get a dress?
Yeah.
Blood. Yeah, that's a valid question, bro. Yeah. I don't know. You could try it.
Nowadays with this technology, you know what I mean?
Man, nobody's left out.
Exactly. It's spending. It's
For
spending,
real.
So yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to that. So
appreciate that.
Are you bringing up anything? No? Okay.
Which one? In Spotify.
Eventbrite. Oh, you're in Spotify?
Yeah.
Or
trying to find you in Spotify.
the definition of hip hop. Put the name of the album.
Definition. Mm-hmm. Okay, I was looking at you as an artist.
It's all good.
Yeah.
And I like to see people pull it up too. I'll be like, where am I?
You trying to make sure it's working, huh? Yeah, well,
definition
this is a cold time to find out if it's working.
Man, right? Definition of hip hop. No, that's a compilation.
Yeah. You better call. Look, you better call your web dude.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah. Tell him, look there, something went wrong.
I ain't got no web dude. We pay for this type of you pay for this access.
Look,
everything. I don't play no games.
She done got real serious on this time.
Man, for real.
Now that we can't find her, huh? Yeah.
Hey, did you try iTunes as well?
Not yet.
Let's go to iTunes.
Yeah,
that's my money shot right there.
Your go-to?
Go to my money shot, iTunes. Yeah. And I ain't even going front. I don't listen to Spotify that much. But I know my sister and, a lot of my folks do. So I was like, oh, okay, it's good.
Hey, so check this out.
What's that? Pandora? Oh, yeah.
Let's if we can we get you, to put something together for, bringing back soul music? .com.
Like what?
Just want something, something from your catalog, on the R&B tip.
That exclusive.
Oh, that exclusive. So basically, you want a couple of bars or some acapella.
I mean, it could, yeah. I mean, you an artist. That's like asking a mechanic, you know what I mean?
No, I used to tell my family this all the time. I was like, as soon as you say you're an artist, all of a sudden you become people's puppet monkey.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a no for me. But I got you, though.
Come on, this ain't just, hey, we just not on the corner talking about, won't you sing something for me?
Won't you bust something like that real quick?
Yeah, no.
No, it's all good. I got you. But right now, I want to make sure you can pull up my stuff on this internet. That's what's bugging me right now.
So, in the meantime, while we're trying to find that, we're about to run into one of Blayze's new songs. You wanna lead into your first single off the new album?
Oh yes, Never Give Up. This is production by little brother, little double-licious from the Full House family production team. This is Never Give Up.
But it just ain't no use giving up.
Never give in, never give it a rest. Give what you want to receive, I guarantee only best. Giving up nothing, take this life and run it. Keep pushing till it's cookies, crushing anything coming. Giving up nothing, take this life and run it. Keep it pushing till it's cookies, crushing anything coming. Gotta take it to make it, till in position to flex. You never give in, never give it a rest. I've been told that you can beat or fail with only a try. So while we standing here talking, let's get ready to fly. It's taken too many times, created too many whys, equaling nothing but a reason to make too many cry. Well, flail, ready to give it up. Can bow out now, cat, you barely fill the cup. Half full, half not, halfway's just not gonna be enough to fill your belly past the pot. Cause see, it ain't just you, like it ain't just me. It's like a silent cold of strugglers just striving to be. So let's reach out and grab, like we clutching for life. And it's your last chance to reach, so it's gotta be right. Like you've been watching it grow, and now it's ready to pluck. A fire in your soul is boiling, and it's time to erupt. Prepare to slap box with life soon as it steps in the ring. Don't let up until the red screams and the bell rings. No give it, never give in, never give it a rest. Give what you wanna receive, I guarantee only best. Giving up nothing, take this life and run it. Keep pushing till it's cookies, crushing anything coming. Giving up nothing, take this life and run it. Keep it pushing till it's cookies, crushing anything coming. Gotta take it to make it, till in position to flex. You never give in, never give it a rest. Gave it all for your dreams, never enough. Like being last in session after everyone puffed. Past, nothing but burnt remains. It's alright, inhale, breathe new life and watch the dream relight. Just climb till you can't, then crawl till you fall. If you can't get over, then burrow under the wall. All quitters get in the end, it's a sigh and a grunt. And disappointed stares like you just fumbled the punt. But no one who's reached the plateau of the greats made it to that status without slashes and scrapes. Embarrassing wipeouts and epic falls. Comfort's a no-brainer when it's balls to the wall. Knees to the concrete, forehead to the ground. Fist up to the sky and give your maker the pound. So fear not, we're scrapping for your dreams, puff your chest. You want it bad enough, the universe will do the rest. Not give it, never give in, never give it a rest. Give what you want to receive, I guarantee only best. Giving up nothing, take this life and run it. Keep pushing till it's cookies, crushing anything coming. Giving up nothing, take this life and run it. Keep it pushing till it's cookies, crushing anything coming. Gotta take it to make it, till in position to flex. You never give in, never give it a rest. Truth be told, sometimes you gotta learn to give it up. Stand up and hold the rail, no sitting on the struggle bus. You need to stay alert and make sure not to miss your stop. If the ride is rough, ring the bell, jump off and walk. Ain't never been no shame in doing things the longer way. Dreams are relative of time, move at your own pace. The hardest lesson is in tuning out opposing pressure. Life will implode your game and kill you only if you let her. So strap up your vest, lace up your boots and keep your drawers tight. Don't make it easy, cause trying to get this ass will be a fight. You can stand and fold, swing it up, but go for yours. Don't wait to be invited, smash through any blocking doors. Who asked permission to blow up to the top? You think Blayze gon' ask for okays to make it hot? No fire never starts without a spark, I'm saying. Giving up's never an option, so let's stop playing and get it. Never give in, never give it a rest. Give what you wanna receive, I guarantee only best. Giving up nothing, take this life and run it. Keep pushing till it's cookies, crushing anything coming. Giving up nothing, take this life and run it. Keep it pushing till it's cookies, crushing anything coming. Gotta take it to make it, till in position to flex. You never give in, never give it a rest.
We'll continue our episode after this message. Shop.bringbacksoulmusic.com. Now, back to our conversation.
We back.
All right. Yeah, that's a great song, Blayze.
Right on.
Man.
Now let me ask you. I'm a
Nice.
R&B soul person.
Uh-oh.
I thought I sensed a little Donny Hathaway in there, or someone.
You got a lot of Donny Hathaway in there.
I know I'm crazy.
No, you're not crazy. My music roots, as far as what I like to listen to, definitely is a lot of like Donny Hathaway, some Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder. You know, those great male vocals that just kind of stick to your ribs. You know,
Okay.
Donny Hathaway. A lot of people say he's kind of he was sad and very melancholy and all of that. I'm like, nah, he just dealt with, those real feelings in a way that a lot of us don't. And he was very eloquent with it. I wish people like him was still around.
Still
most
around,
definitely.
yeah. We don't have too much
No, we
anything
don't have
like that.
no more.
Them duets he did with Roberta Flack are classic.
Man, just make your heart jump out your chest.
And
like,
he has the Christmas anthem in the black community.
Man,
I mean, that's the only Christmas song I wanna hear.
Everybody do it.
Hey, and it's about to start jumping off now. We in November, so we're gonna start hearing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You see the Christmas lights and everything
Man.
else, so we about to jump off. Let me ask you something. You talked about the men. What about the female R&B artists? That just kind of moved you. Or was there anyone that you just said, you know what? Because me, I'm. Man, Shaka Khan.
Oh, come on, man! I wouldn't even consider myself an artist if I couldn't pay homage and love her vocals.
Ooh,
I mean, definitely. My experience with female and male vocalists, just music period, goes to, I don't know how many people can relate. Saturday mornings used to be get up, you clean the house, and you play records.
Exactly.
And my auntie, I spent a lot of time with my aunt because my moms and my grandmother always worked a lot. But my auntie, she still to this day doesn't have any children. So us, her nieces and nephews, we was her kids. We had one of them big old coffin stereos.
Come on,
where
man.
you play the
Come
45s, the big records, and you could still put the 8 tracks in the thing,
on.
and it looked like
A piece of furniture.
Man,
Heavy.
So guess what we bumped? We bumped Whitney Houston. We made steps. Remember when we used to make steps? We're going to make a step and we're going to sing. So Whitney built it out of that thing every Saturday. Whitney, Stevie Wonder, and Michael Jackson and Prince.
There you go.
Those was like the 4 go-tos. And my aunt, she could sing, but she never tried to do it like for real. But we had fun. You would have swore we was going on Star Search.
Because
And
she
yes,
had you
I'm
cleaning
old,
at the
Star
same
Search.
time. She had you cleaning.
Get cleaning
and
singing.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
Yeah.
So
Those are good times.
There's a lot of wonderful female and male vocals, but maybe it's just me. It's something about hearing a man sing a certain way as a woman, like, damn.
You know what? Give me some tea. Let me give me some tea.
You know, those emotions are men translate those emotions that they want in regular conversation when they're an artist and they sing or play an instrument. And you can hear that if you're paying attention.
Wow.
So
Okay.
that's what I like.
That's spoken from a true artist,
I just know it's spoken from a true me. So that's what it is, you
Yeah.
know. But yeah.
Did you sample any other artists on the other songs on the album? Male artists?
Not so much. I used. I have another producer on the album. He kind of dominated the rest of the album. No, but it's a good thing. I like working with good people. What's up, P? He likes to sample as well, but he's also really good, just like Lil Dub, of coming up with their own original music.
Okay.
So I try not to lean too heavy on sampling. You really want to highlight other folks and fam that contribute to your projects, because somebody one day will be sampling their stuff. So no, not too many samples. No.
So who actually produced that single?
That one is produced by Lil Dub.
Okay, that was Lil Dub.
Lil Dub got that for me.
And then the other artist or the other producer is who?
Poetic.
Okay,
Poetic Beats. Yeah.
Okay. So those were the 2 producers that on this project
Yes.
that you primarily worked with?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Well, I mean, the project sounds like it's going to be...
Man, I'm pleased. I couldn't ask for anything more.
So it
Gonna be
turned
a
out the
hit.
way you wanted it to turn out.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Blayze, we don't want to keep you.
It's all good. I appreciate
Well,
y'all.
hold on. Don't let her get away,
Oh,
man.
he trying to get some
Bring
free
her some
bars.
tea. Bring her some
I got
tea.
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Wait.
Bring her
I'm
some tea.
finna sing something that it ain't even mine, but me and my daughter was playing with this idea. I'm gonna let y'all have this real quick.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you notice every time somebody's an artist, they need some tea,
Right.
Actually, this tea is good for digestion. It's ginger. This ain't, the cold weather in your throat. No, okay, so I don't know. I'm a little sick. I like horror, right? So y'all watch that American Horror Story series?
I don't watch that.
Okay, I like stuff getting chopped up with a good storyline. Yeah, that's me.
I don't do nothing. I don't even get on no what you call it, Great America. You know those. I don't even get on.
I watch horror
coasters.
like 3 a.m. I have to go to sleep to something horror in the background. That's just me. Always been. It's my mama's fault.
Okay.
So, but there's this creepy song that they used to play, and it's by this little. It's 2 white girls named Patience and Prudence. Yeah, and it's called "You Belong to Me," and it's hella cheesy and weird. But me and my daughter was like, "Well, let's play with this." I was like, "You can soul this up." So let me.
Your
see
daughter can sing.
My daughter can actually play 7 instruments and is doing production right now. And she can hold a note when she ain't acting too scary. I'm trying to work on that with her.
Wow.
Yeah. So how'd it go?
Okay, so here we go, y'all. This is
Exclusive.
Blayze exclusive.
Blayze exclusive.
And this ain't mine. This
Bringing
ain't
back
mine. I'm just playing
soulmusic.com.
around. I know that you belong to someone new, but tonight you belong to me. And I know by the dawn you will be gone, but right now, tonight you belong to me.
Bravo.
Something I'm working on in my head, man. So it's a little rough, but
Cut it out.
for real, no, I'm trying
That
to
was
put it
nice.
together. Thank you.
That was nice.
Thank you.
I can't wait for the RB album to come out.
Me neither. I'm excited about that too. So
Let's
I'll be
get
back for
let's
that.
get to that. Let's get to that. Let's get that going. So you know, you got a projected date, time, sometime. You know, we're going into the new year, and I know you're concentrated on this current project.
Yes.
You know, but at the same time, you know, you're a busy young lady. And I'm sure you could handle 2 projects nowadays.
man.
Nowadays, you know, people
You
people
got
put
to,
look,
like-
people putting out double albums. So you know,
I wanted
man.
to do it like that,
Come on.
but you know, to be honest, the R&B neo soul project is pretty much 80% done.
Okay.
Just need a couple more tracks, you know, write a couple more songs to round it out, but it's ready.
Okay.
It's ready. Hopefully, God willing, first quarter, it'll be ready.
All right, Blayze, we appreciate you. But before we get out of here, is there anything else you want to add before we close out the show?
I don't want to have to take the one off of your back, but I'd like to know where I can get one of them T-shirts.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, shop.bringbacksoulmusic.com.
That's all right. I'm going to go ahead and support.
I'm going to get you one. Don't even worry about it. I'm going to get you one.
Please do. All right. You know, I always feel like you gotta be grateful, and I can't steal Russell Simmons' line. You know, thank y'all for coming out. God bless and good night. But I definitely want to make sure I you know, just sending all the love and appreciation to those who have helped me get to where we are today. And I say we because it's not me by myself, and I just want to put that out there in the universe. And thank you.
All right, fantastic. That's Blayze. She has an album release party on November 29th in Vallejo, California, my hometown, at the Empress Theater on Virginia Street. Tickets are $15 at the door. I mean, in advance, and $20 at the door. All right, and they can get them. I'm sorry, where again, Blayze?
Eventbrite.com.
Eventbrite.com. So if you're in the Bay Area, please come out and support Blayze.
Please.
Fantastic artist.
Thank you for
Thank
coming
you for
out.
joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Bringing
right.
back soulmusic.com.
Calling all lovers of soul music. The time to make soul music relevant again is now. You've been listening to the Bring Back Soul Music podcast with Todd Woodson. If you enjoyed today's show, be sure to tell a friend. Make sure you never miss an episode by subscribing to our newsletter at bringbacksoulmusic.com. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Come join us in our mission. Join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Check out our website, bringbacksoulmusic.com, for the latest news about your favorite artists.
Well, that's our show for today. I'd like to thank my special guest, Blayze. Don't forget about Blayze's album release party November 29th in Vallejo, California, as she drops her new album, Definition of Hip Hop. Please go out and support this independent artist. Also like to thank my co-host for the last couple of episodes, Malik Smith. You'll be hearing more about Malik when he drops his podcast coming soon. Don't forget to connect with us on social media. You can also listen to the Bring Back Soul Music podcast on Apple iTunes, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and Spotify. If you have any questions or comments, please email us at comments@bringbacksoulmusic.com. Join me next week when my guest will be artist Jay King. You might remember Jay from the band Club Nouveau. He'll be here talking about his long career in music, but that's next week. Taking us home this week is Blayze and the title track of her new CD, Definition of Hip Hop. This is the Definition of Hip Hop. Thank you for joining us this week. My name is Todd Woodson. I'll see you next week.
It's what you place your feet on when you step from the house. The words you speak in everyday convo. Your mouth is a tool for the school of the thought that is thump. It's the treble loud sound you always hear in the trunk. Donuts, skid marks underneath your feet. It's graffiti artwork you see on the streets. And if you look close enough, even in daytime clothes, it's the indiscreet pimps keeping an eye on they hoes. It was in the pen I used to write each rhyme between classes. Hallway passes lunchtime. The ends are hot in Richmond, El South, California. Had the slightest idea this bookworm was a performer at heart. Now the sparkers broke out into a blaze. Never knew I had it in me. Now the days are filled with questions of how I came to rock. The why, the who, where, when, and what is hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. Multicultural now, we know it started black, it's an undeniable fact, ain't nothing wrong with that, it's worldwide, nobody knew exactly how it happened, cats in Asian countries and Africa is rapping, it's a beautiful thing to see it flip like this, once thought a popular fad, now it's the shit that makes it possible for heads, no matter background, bob their heads together in unison to the sounds of hip hop, you rockin' air flight high tops, or the coolest pair of bands flipped from the first shot, when they said hip hop don't stop, it didn't. We worked it into everyday things to do the living. It's bit about bloodshed and who got popped. Overflow about a brand new disc in a drop. I ain't mad. That's the life of someone else, it's not mine. But together we put it down in the book to define hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. Songwriter, lyrical hang lighter, poet, artiste, and comedic. In my spare time, I'm a tomboy demanding your attentiveness as I squeeze out bets through sweat from this flesh. Feel my soul and unfold all that the mic can withhold. Invoke the spirit of the cleanest MC. I want control like Janet when she made it clear she wasn't gonna have it. Break wild, do what I wanna, whenever create a habit that's all mine. Under the umbrella from the weather, misconstrued ideas of hip hop bound together. The countless PhDs in this industry who passed me by like I was on the far side. Like who was she? Wanna be MC like? Shit, maybe they right. I know for sure when I heard cha-cha-cha, I was like, damn, I'm gonna be one who sets the mode too. No matter what it is, do what you do. Be true to you, and that's hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop.